So in this video, we will learn how to factorize a given quadratic equation. So the question is 2x squared plus x minus 3. Now there are a few steps that we need to do in order to factorize this given expression. So step one is check that your equation, or your expression rather, is in the right order. That means on the left hand side it has the highest degree in x. That is, the quadratic term is on the leftmost side, and then it follows the descending order in terms of the power of x. So for example, right now we have got 2x squared plus x minus 3, which is the right order. If it was given something like this, where it said x plus 2x squared minus 3, so we will rearrange this equation to bring it into the right order in the step one. So we will write the highest mode power term on the left hand side, then the one lower than this, and then the term without any x, right? So this is step one, that we check if our expression is in the right order, and if it's not, then we rearrange that into the right order. Okay, so we check the expression order, okay, which is in our case fine. Now we move to step two. So step two is we take the coefficient of the square term and we take the coefficient of the term without x and multiply them together. Or put it simply, we multiply the first term and the last term, which is 2x squared multiplied by minus 3. So this is minus 6x squared. Okay, so keep that in mind. Multiply the first term by the last term, and by the way, because it was minus 3, so we have taken the sign as well, and we get minus 6x squared. Okay, now in step 3, what we have to do is we have to take the term which is in the middle, here it is plus x, and break it down in such a way that when you add it, it turns out to be plus 1x, and when you multiply it, it turns out to be minus 6x squared. Okay, so look at it once more. So we have to come up with two numbers such that when we add them, the answer is 1x, and then when we multiply the same numbers, we get minus 6x squared. Okay, so this is what we have to come up with. Now let's start looking at some numbers. So for the first term, when we do, let's draw it here. Okay, so if we do 2x minus x, so if we add it, our answer is x, right? But when we multiply 2x times minus x, we get minus 2x squared, okay, which is of course not what we're looking at. Okay, let's look at 3x and minus 2x. Okay, so if you take 2x out of 3x, your answer is x. And then if you multiply 3x times minus 2x, your answer is minus 6x squared. Okay, bingo. So that's what we want. So our terms are plus 3x and minus 2x. And I'm going to write these terms here. Okay, plus 3x minus 2x. Similarly, plus 3x minus 2x. All right. So now that we have got these terms, we are going to divide this x term into two terms. First one is 3x and the other one is minus 2x, and we are going to write this whole equation, this whole expression. So in step 4, we rewrite this whole expression in this way. So 2x squared stays like this. Then we have, of course, we divided x into two things, 3x and minus 2x, so we will write plus 3x here, and then we will write minus 2x, and then we will write minus 3 as it is. Okay, so far we are almost there. Let's say we are halfway there. Now comes step 4. Once we have achieved this, we will perform step 5 rather. So our step 5 is, now we take common terms. Okay, we combine the first two and the last two, and we'll try to find common terms in both of them. So if you look at the first two, the only thing that is common here is 1x. That's it, right? So if we take 1x common out of 2x squared, only 2x is left. And if we take 1x out of 3x, only 3 is left, right? Now in the second pair, we take again minus 1 is common, right? Because there is no x term in 3, so we can't take x common. So only minus 1 is common here. So if we take minus 1 out of the pair, the remaining item would be 2x plus 3. Okay. So then we take, now look at these two terms. You see another thing that is common in these two terms, which is 2x plus 3. So we take 2x plus 3 out, which is another step after step 5. So let's call it 5a. Okay, so in this step, we'll take 2x plus 3 out as common, and we'll be left with x minus 1. So that's it. That is your answer. We have factorized our expression. So once again, our steps are, we had to factorize 2x squared plus x minus 3. First, step 1, we check if the expression is in the right order. That is, the term with the highest order, which is the quadratic order, is on the left hand side, and then x has descending powers as we go towards the right hand side. In step 2, we multiply the first and the last term and get the answer. In the third step, we divide the middle term into two terms such that its sum is equals to itself, and then the product of those two terms is equal to what we got in step 1. Okay, like this. Now step 4 is to just rewrite the expression with the middle term broken into two terms, which we have done here. In step 5, we take common in the first two, and then we take the common in the second two terms. And then in step 5a, we take another common bit out, and this is how we have factorized the question. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.